Hello, my name is Cynthia O'Connor. I'm the Lifestyle Director for the Sun City Community Association. Our third annual Feeling Great is Ageless Expo is coming up on Wednesday, May 25th from 10 to 3, and we hope many of you will join us. We're having an interview with another important component of our expo, which is the Sun City Gallery of Stars. And now we want to welcome Tom Van Tilburg with us today because he has been nominated as one of our 2011 Sun City Gallery of Stars. And Tom, thank you very much for joining us today. Part of the Sun City Gallery of Stars, the whole concept is to help share personal stories to help inspire others here at Sun City Huntley, because after all, we feel that Sun City Huntley is all about feeling great, is ageless. And as you can see, many of your neighbors seem like they're ageless, don't they?
Yes, they certainly do.
Well, thank you again for joining us. And first, before we get into your story, we'd just like to know a little bit about where you used to live before you came to Sun City Huntley and what attracted you to come and be a part of our community.
Well, I tell you, I grew up in Logan Square in Chicago, and throughout my life, I ended up moving to Glendale Heights. I lived there for about 18 years, and a wonderful town over there. But I got to know some family had moved out this way, and through my work, I had needed to eliminate stairs in my life.
Oh, I see.
Between injuries that I had at work and some weight gains and whatnot, I needed to get away from stairs. And quite honestly, out there in the real world, ranch homes with all of your necessities on one level just are pretty much hard to come by. And that's basically what we have out here. And it's a wonderful place. I got to really fall in love with it, coming to visit some family out here. And anymore, I can't imagine not wanting to be out here. I don't know why anybody wouldn't want to.
Well, yes, a lot of the residents here have moved here because of family. The other Gallery of Stars, Joni and Raul and Margaret and Chris, Nick, that was one of their primary reasons as well, and important to them staying close to their family. And it's, one of the primary reasons why Sun City Huntley actually was created 12 years ago. So, it's interesting that everybody has that common element in mind, as well as the fact that they don't have to worry about managing stairs, because as we grow older, that's one thing that makes our lifestyle a little bit easier here. Okay. Thank you for sharing that with us, Tom. And so now all the Sun City Huntley Gallery of Stars have inspirational stories to share, and yours is very special as well. And thank you very much for sharing yourself and sharing your story. So if you can tell us a little bit about your story in your own words.
Well, I had, when I first arrived out here in Sun City, I had about another 100 pounds on me that I was carrying around, which was one of the reasons why I needed to get rid of the weight, or get rid of the stairs anyway.
Now, Tom, you said 100 pounds.
100, yeah.
100 pounds. And how long have you been living here?
I've been here 5.5 years now.
5.5 years. Yeah. And you're in a neighborhood 28, correct?
That's correct.
Okay, 100 pounds, that is quite a feat to accomplish. I mean, that's a huge accomplishment for anyone.
Well, the more that I watched what I was eating, the more that I exercised, the better I felt. And you start seeing improvements not only in the mirror, but in your clothes. And in the medication, I was actually able to get off of blood pressure medication because of the weight loss.
And was it high blood pressure or low blood?
I had high blood pressure.
High blood pressure.
Yes.
And was that one of the motivating factors that kind of pushed you into trying to lose that much weight?
Well, actually there were 3 motivating factors if I think about it. It was the blood pressure was definitely the big one. Mm-hmm. The other one was my knees actually bothered me quite a bit too from carrying around all that weight. Mm-hmm. And just a psychological factor, not being happy with myself. All of those things really push me towards really dedicating myself to trying to live a more healthy lifestyle.
So speaking of more healthy lifestyle, tell us what is your routine now?
Well, now I just try to eat a high protein, low fat diet, limit the carbohydrates, and I exercise. I try to exercise at least 5 times, sometimes more. I vary from every time I do cardio.
Okay, not 5 times a day, but 5
Oh,
times
5
a week.
times a week. Yes, 5 times a day, please. And then I start with cardio, and then I go into weightlifting routines that I do. I train different body parts at different days of the week, and with free weights and the kettlebells, which are really, really amazing thing. I learned about kettlebells when I came out here.
Well, tell us, since you learned when you came out here, tell us a little bit about those kettlebells.
Well, kettlebells have been around forever, it seems. One of the personal trainers out here was kind enough to show me different movements on it, and it's it's a challenging movements that you can do. The fact that it's off center when you hold it, so you don't have a center of gravity, and it makes your core work harder, to control it, and that's all part of it.
And that's because, for those who don't know what kettlebells are, they're kind of they look like a pot with a
Basically
handle
like a
on
bowling
it.
ball with a handle.
Bowling ball with a handle. That is a very good description of that, Tom. So you found that has helped you stay with your program.
Oh yes, it's nothing else. It's a little more variety to keep yourself interested. It's important to change things around a little bit, not only so that your body doesn't get used to a regular routine, but for your mind as well, so you don't get bored with it. And yeah, it's nice, and we have such a wonderful facility here.
Now, Tom, you're still working, is that correct?
Yes, I'm sorry.
And that is full time?
Yes, I do.
So you are one of the ones who at Sun City Huntling, they're still working, but the lifestyle will be still here when you finally are able to join your retired neighbors and friends. But what kind of words that you can share with your fellow neighbors who are still working folk, because it's so hard to maintain that when you're still working?
As far as a fitness program for
Yes.
yourself? Well, if you haven't started one, by all means start it. You have to start with that first time, even if it's only 5 minutes on the stepper or something like that. And the more you come, the more you want to come. And then suddenly you're going to find yourself, if you miss a day, you're going to be beating yourself up. You're going to feel guilty. And like, God, I missed it. And it's that addictive, and it's just the greatest. I can't say enough good things about being physical.
Was it really that hard the first time you walked in that door?
Well, not here, other than the fact that it's a new facility to you,
Right.
all new people that you don't know,
Right.
and you don't know, what to expect. That was probably the most difficult thing. But the more you come, like I say, the more you want to come.
The more you come, the more you want to come.
Sure.
Well, thank you very much for sharing your story. It's
You're very
very
welcome.
difficult. You've had a great challenge. And once again, you've been watching the Sun City Gallery of Stars. And this is Tom, and he shared with us his wonderful story. Please do watch all the interviews for the Sun City Gallery of Stars, and join us for the expo on Wednesday, May 25th. Thank you very much.